Alright, hello everyone, and now welcome to Game 3, the final here, as we now see Th000 spawning as the pink human player on the bottom right hand side of the map. Meanwhile, we have Fly spawning as the blue orc on the top left. This has been a really interesting series going back and forth. Fly taking Game 1 in a pretty impressive fashion. Game 2, it felt like Fly knew exactly what to do in order to handle what Th000 was trying to prepare, but Th000 actually having the perfect counter hit as well, knowing to build Dragonhawk Riders and also getting a Blood Mage, making sure that those Dragonhawk Riders could shackle without any problem. Beautiful play as we're now moving into a final decisive game number 3. Altar of Kings is being built rather quickly off here, and one of the problems here for human players on this map is the distance at which your natural expansion could possibly be. Your expansion is pretty much halfway across the map, always within striking distance of your opponent. Unlike Echo Isle, which generally favors human players, this map here is just so far away. I believe it's Ancient Isle, but I'm not 100% sure. There's so many maps in WarCraft 3, and unfortunately I don't get to cast all of them all the time. My apologies. I'm sure someone in the comments will let me know what map it is, and I will try and pay more attention. Anyways, I think it was actually in the opening credits as well. Coming back around, you can see Th000 still building up barracks off down over here. It is going to be that Archmage, which will most likely be trying to militia creep out this creep camp and then making his way off to the north at some point in time. Human players really like to have a strong economy. They're able to just use it extremely well, and also if they're able to creep out the mercenary camps, they can use that economic advantage to hire up a lot of units. This 533 creep camp here is going to go down rather quickly. You can see that the Ogre Magi is going to get taken down, followed by the Troll Trapper. Those are the two highest DPS units there. And now the militia purposely doing a little bit of a song and dance there to try and get away, as the Archmage picks up a nice circlet of nobility for himself. Meanwhile, the Blade Master, using a Windwalk, has wandered around, hasn't really spotted anything out of the ordinary, as the Archmage may try and... Oh, what's this? The Archmage now going to be going after or getting chased down by that Blade Master. However, the Grunt is not going to be able to do very much of anything there, as the Archmage is going to wander around here. And this is normally when human players have a bit of an advantage. If the Blade Master is just chasing that Archmage, the human player can use Militia to try and creep out this green creep camp here, or just a creep camp in general, and get to level 2. Once that Archmage is up to level 2, it seems like an endless supply of water elementals are coming down, which will be the case. There is the level 2 on that Archmage already. The Blade Master has to feel just in a rather odd situation there, as the Archmage is just trying to get away from that Blade Master, and it looks like it will be successful, wandering around in circles. Meanwhile, a little bit of a chase down here. Grunt going up against a Footman, as we are now pulling away. Taking this time, we are teching the tier 2. We are going in the Stronghold, and I believe we're going to see Bestiary and Spirit Lodge once more come in from Fly. This is going to be more of a repeat of what we saw in Game 1 as opposed to what we saw in Game 2. Now the question is, can Fly really punish any sort of non-expansive play? Pretty much Th000 wants to set up an expansion, but he doesn't have very many options for it, so he's being forced to stick on one base. You can see that the Arcane Dust of Appearance and Boots of Speed are on here. He may try to creep out more creep camps by himself, but this is rather risky. He's really trying to creep while the Blade Master needs to creep as well, and he's doing it a little bit early, and it looks like it will be beneficial for Th000. Going after this Kobold Geomancer and this Null Brute. The Geomancer does have medium armor, meaning that the Water Elemental doesn't deal nearly as much damage. Archmage may decide to try and pick up this Tome of Intelligence. Not sure why he wouldn't pick it up if... Yeah, well, not sure why he's not going to pick it up. Apparently, Th000 is just one of those professional WarCraft 3 players who don't like to read. as we're now looking at a footman doing a little bit of a chase away. Blade Master should get to level 2 here. Meanwhile, the Archmage is going after a very, very risky creep camp here. The Archmage now going to reposition the water elementals. What is going on? Why is he purposely... Oh, he's letting that water elemental tank a little bit more damage by splitting them and then forcing the Ogre Magi and Ogre Warrior to do a little bit of walking. Now the Archmage, if he does get to level 3 here, this will give him a tremendous advantage, and this is really just creeping underneath the nose of the Blade Master. The Blade Master frantically looking for the Archmage, not knowing that a creep has been stolen. Archmage with Boots of Speed and also Claws of Attack +6. This is rather important as the Archmage now getting in some easy shots onto that Blade Master himself. The Blade Master doesn't have Boots of Speed, so he's not going to be able to catch up to that Archmage either. This is a huge advantage for Th000. It's just going to be up to Th000 to really capitalize on it. Are we going to perhaps see a Beastmaster trained up? We can see that the Arcane Sanctum and Arcane Vault now being built. Double Arcane Sanctum. We are going into Sorceress and Priest already. And what is happening here? The Archmage sitting at level 2 may get in a little bit of damage. And oh, that was a little bit of a nice squeeze play, holding position right when that Archmage or the Blade Master couldn't do anything there once he was trying to chase this down. And what is this? A Blood Mage? All right, I understood the Blood Mage strategy originally when it was, say, when we were going up against a lot of Wind Riders, but we are obviously not going up against Wind Riders here, and the Blood Mage is normally used as a mana battery as opposed to anything else. So this is a rather unorthodox strategy. What are we going to be seeing here? The Blood Mage does in fact have Flame Strike or Banish. Not sure what we're going to be seeing here at all. There is Banish, as you can see that footman is currently hexed. He is banished as well, and the Spirit Walker is there to deal extra damage to those banished units and finish them off. Blood Mage not going to have very many viable options at all, perhaps to try and just take down the Blade Master. That's all you can really do here, as the Sorceress or the Footman is now going to try and just hide as well. It is, no, the Sorceress getting hexed. Is it going to be able to back off? There's a Sorceress and a Priest just trying to banish and get them into ethereal form in order to save them. And there is some more attacking coming in. All right, there is another slow. There's a healing wave coming in. There's Dust of Appearance. The Blade Master is low on hit points. Has to be very careful. Dust of Appearance does reveal him, and now slow on the Spirit Walkers prevents them from catching up. Two very low hit point casters. Happy to see the rest of his army there to regroup, and now we are giving chase again. That Grunt taking a bit of damage while running, and it looks as though we may see this Grunt fall. That Grunt now down to 391 hit points. However, low hit point Footman is at risk as well. There's the Ensnare. The Blade Master gets an easy shot off on one Footman, another Footman in ethereal form, but the Footman will get taken down as we now finally see level 2 on the Blade Master. Alright, in comes the attacks now. Null Overseer in position, going after the Militia. Archmage already sitting at level 3, picks up Gloves of Haste, does have Claws of Attack +6, and now backing off again. We do see a couple Ensnares now come in, and damage is being dealt to Fly's Raiders. They have to be rather careful. There's Blizzard. And what is this? Why would you go a channeling spell up against Raiders? That is perhaps one of the oddest things I've seen in quite some time, as the Archmage would have perhaps benefited as well. Alright, what are we going to be seeing next? We can see that both sides are still fighting here. It looks as though a Grunt may get taken down. There's a quick disenchant. Are we going to see a slow onto the Spirit Walker? No slow at all. The Raider is trying to get in a position for an Ensnare. No Ensnare coming in, as this Raider now taking a bit of damage as well. However, Speed Scroll counteracting that slow, and that Raider will be able to get away. So far, Spellbreakers, Priest now being added, Militia now being called over, and this is going to be a call to arms fight once more. Purge onto that Water Elemental, meaning that he's not going to absorb that much damage any longer. Null Overseer will get taken down. There it goes. Archmage picks up a Ring of Protection +2. Not altogether that useful. but coupled with a lot of healing, armor becomes even more effective. All right, what's happening next? You can see that the Kodo Beast taking a bit of damage here. Are we perhaps even going to see a Flame Strike? You can see Militia is all in position here. Flame Strike not possible until that Blood Mage gets to level 2, but most likely it will be Siphon Mana. There is a Blizzard in the backfield. There's the Ensnare, as damage was raining down onto all of these units. There is another Ensnare. There is there's another Ensnare after another Blizzard. And so far, fight after fight, Archmage just lost 75 mana quick. And what is going to be happening next? Raider is going to get taken down. One Raider goes down. It looks as though the Blade Master may take a little bit of damage. No, gets a healing wave instead, as the Shadow Hunter is sitting at level 2, not quite to level 3. And are we going to see, yes, another Blood Mage kill? Blood Mage. There's the Disenchant. Siphon Mana away from that Blade Master. Blade Master currently slowed as well. And are we going to perhaps see, yes, more Blizzard coming in? And it looks as though a low hit point Grunt may survive here. No, does not. Finally gets focused down. The Blood Mage needs to siphon more mana away, perhaps from the Blade Master and also from more units. And this slow chase, a little bit of a problem. However, that Ethereal form really benefiting that Archmage, still forcing a Disenchant again. Spellbreakers making their way forward, and it really feels like Tho has a very good handle on the situation here. Blood Mage coming in for another bit of a chase, and there is another Disenchant, but Fly just doesn't have this answer for what we're currently seeing. The Grunt realizes that he can't run away, sticks around to fight against those Spellbreakers, getting in a little bit of extra damage, as the Kodo Beast is just siphoning mana away from the Spirit Walkers. Not quite sure why it broke that there. I believe it, yeah, there was still plenty of mana in that Spirit Walker. Could, yes, absorb a bit more now from that Blade Master. He does get himself into a little bit of trouble, but now gets into Ethereal form only to get another Blizzard coming in. Blizzard coming across all of these Spirit Walkers here. And this is actually turning out to be a very interesting fight. There isn't enough Raiders, and the cooldown on the Raiders to try to get Ensnares off is just not fast enough. You can see there is another Ensnare, but because of all of those Ensnares being used on the Archmage, it means that anyone trying to run away can pretty much get away rather quickly, as the Archmage is being the target of the Ensnares, as opposed to low hit point units. And Fly gives the GG. After Fly so easily took game 1, Tho comes back with an unorthodox Blood Mage Archmage strategy in game 3, and was able to do the reverse all kill, coming back to win this series 2-1. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed game 3 in this series.